Hello, I am welcome to another episode of the Mesozoic podcast. I am joined by some stupid sketch show guy here. Sketchy.
Oh, that was my cue.
Yeah,
Okay, hey guys, some stupid sketch show guy here with a cameo appearance on a podcast.
yeah. I hope you enjoyed this podcast, like you did the last one with Paraflix, and I'm sorry that we couldn't get the podcast out last week. We had some technical difficulties and basically it made it unwatchable.
This time, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're actually gonna do it, not the other do it, like you're gonna commit suicide. Anyways, so let's get into it. So first question, how did you start YouTube?
I sang song covers. Well, more specifically, it was first my brother's idea. We had many different failed home videos that we thought we were uploading to YouTube, but those never came out. It was just a joke, I guess. We just filmed them on a camera or whatever, but never really uploaded them. We just kind of acted like YouTubers, but we
Right.
never actually uploaded the videos. Um, my brother started gaming videos. They sucked balls. I was his co-host, Centaur Boy, but then eventually, I decided to make my own channel because he told me to. Because I was watching stuff on his channel, and yeah, we have different tastes. So I made my channel, made song covers, got more popular than him. He got jealous. He quit, and I even quit at one point. But I came back as a dinosaur YouTuber.
Yeah, as we can see now, since you now make dinosaur content. But how did you join DinoTube or what's left of DinoTube, whatever you want to
Simply
call it?
put, my first experience with the Downton community was Dinosaur Island Season 2 back in 2015. I watched Seasons 2 and then I watched Seasons 2 and 3. I finished Season 3 right as I graduated 5th grade since it came out in June.
Well, little backstory on me. My first interaction with the DinoTube community was during season one of Dinosaur Island, but I didn't join the community until like 2017.
Same here. I watched Bioniclesaurus on a semi-regular basis, especially when he came back with Dinosaur Island Season 4.
Yeah,
That's when I started watching his videos again because I just kind of abandoned his channel after I abandoned watching his videos after Season 3 had finished.
uh,
But
with me, I didn't abandon Bioniclesaurus, but
oh, you're such a good person.
I mean,
But I came back, I watched season 4, and then I watched some Camosaurus, and that's when I started interacting with the community. Because before, I didn't interact with, like, the live streams or whatever.
right.
Because, you know how it is. I
Yeah,
wasn't really interested in the live podcast style of cliff diving dinos.
I mean, now you're doing it now, so,
Yep,
ironic.
things change.
I mean, I hope to get Bioniclesaurus on the show.
For now, let's start smaller.
I mean, I'm probably gonna get, the Prehistoric channel on a podcast, so look forward to that.
So, that'll actually be a pretty fun episode to watch. I'll watch that.
Yeah,
But
Reddit
I guess,
Dinosaur
but
Kid.
back to me. I'm the star of this freaking show
Yeah, for right now.
for this episode, and that's all that matters.
Yep.
Um, so that's my, I guess, introduction to DinoTube. What's next?
Next question. How did you get interested in dinosaurs? If you could remember.
I really couldn't. I just liked dinosaurs when I was like 3 years old. I just thought they were cool.
I mean, to be honest, that's how all alone 3-year-olds started. So, yeah, I guess we all started like that. But next question. What do you think about the current state of DinoTube?
I think it could be better. I think it's just okay. I'm glad that there's certain subsections of the community, but each section is just so puny. There's the small bit that's all about Paleoverse. There's the small bit where you get to talk to the OGs, like the Prehistoric Council of Elders and RCTAF's Instagram chat.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of small pieces.
Wait, there's an Instagram chat?
Yeah, RCTAFs. It features some OG Dino tubers like Spino Dude, Bermuda 10 something. I don't even know what his numbers are,
Oh,
but like
Bermuda?
Bermudasaurus,
Oh, I remember that guy.
Dinoxels, King Aegypticus,
Well, I might,
Diablo Torrens,
I might join because people know me, so.
and the Acro 34.
Hey, could I join? Sounds fun.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty good pals with Acro 34 and everything.
So yeah, it's basically where a lot of the original Dinotube fanboys and even some of the original big Dino tubers roam.
Yeah, I'm surprised Key isn't there. Probably,
Eh, he wouldn't ever join. Spino Dude's the only big Dino tuber in there. The others were more regular followers and people you would interact with in the Dinotube community, but didn't necessarily make videos.
yeah. What about Pokesaurus?
Pokesaurus, he's not in there.
Surprised Gibson's not in there.
He wouldn't really be active in there anyways.
Gib, I mean, Gibson is more active on Instagram now, so.
Yeah.
Plus, uh, yeah, uh, another question. What, what do you think of the past drama? Or do you want to talk about the past drama?
Depending on which drama you're talking about, I regret a lot of choices
Um,
that I made during the dramas of the last
yeah,
year.
yeah, especially the Dinoverse and Paleoverse drama.
That stuff I regret the most. Of course, I would have done things differently. Like when Dino Nation was about to end, I would have probably not cared as much. Like I would have been like, okay, you do you.
I mean,
But back then, I wasn't exactly like that.
true,
And
you were still growing and you could better yourself every
I'm
single
still
day.
growing now. I'm never gonna be finished.
True, until you die.
Yeah, but I'd say that yeah, I do regret to a certain extent my over aggressiveness, but like my opinions to a certain extent still stand, but it's kind of like, I toned down how I express it.
Right.
And the Paleoverse drama was a complete and utter failure on my part, and I
Yeah,
seriously regret any sort of participation I have in it.
yeah, we were totally wrong about that.
Yeah, that was just a big L. That was the fattest L I've taken in a long time.
That sounds cringy. Really cringy.
Whatever, that's the point. It was cringy.
Right, because you were like, oh, I am part of Paleverse copy itself. I support Brady and Ryan.
That's one way to say it. Yeah.
Next question. What do you think about, like, would you make a series in the future?
Nope.
I feel like that's good because you don't, people don't owe you a series, or you don't owe people a series.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not interested in making one. I'm not really too interested in making one. At most, I'll just make funny one-off skits because those are easy and fun to make. That is what I enjoy doing. But I don't enjoy filming a series, and unless I have great passion towards one, I just can't do it.
Right,
And I haven't had great passion towards a dinosaur series in a long time, and I don't plan on making myself have that same feeling because you can't force it.
right, you have to explore your content. Like,
And I know a lot of people kindly have asked me to make a series, and this isn't like a jab at them, but to put it simply, you're probably not going to get one.
right, because
I
you,
know there's a demand. I know there a lot of people would like me to make one, but I just don't want to. End of story.
yeah, I like that about you. You don't owe people series. you made a series, it's probably not gonna be your best work because you made.
Or the other way, or I make something that I can't complete.
Yeah, like for example, Mesozoic Isle
Like
or
but even then, even when someone fails to complete their ambitious and lofty promises, they still don't owe you shit.
yeah, like I, the dinosaur distillery gets shit done.
Yeah, like I admire him for that. He's one of the few dino tubers that does get shit done.
I
And I'm not
mean,
gonna say that I'm one of those because I don't ever give myself shit.
I mean, to a certain extent, you have all your series, which I feel like you made them into like a certain way that you could be done with them like at any point.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did. Venomore, for example, the two series that I've been known for, and the two series that I like to say that I do. My two big dinosaur series that we're going to talk about: Venomorph and Dinosaur Archipelago. Venomorph, the way I did that was I just ended it right there. I just ended the show, giving it a proper ending, and just calling it quits.
Right.
Dinosaur Archipelago, I decided to call the official series quits after season two because theoretically I could just call it there because I hadn't started the third season yet. So two complete seasons, I can just leave it there, no problem. And the shorts, well, they're not a season. I can make as many or as little shorts as I want, no pressure.
Yeah, like there's no pressure of you making a series since yeah, I totally agree with you since there's no pressure of you like, oh, I have to make a series because I'll disappoint people.
Yeah, that's the thing that I've avoided. To put
I
it
mean,
simply,
I mean many YouTubers get like that. Like for example, I watched a Roblox YouTuber called Kaneko Kitten and he made a video like, oh, like I'm sorry for not uploading. I stressed out a lot for not uploading. I
so that I can kind of understand that. Me, I have gladly put myself into a position where I don't need where I've left everything, I guess, in stone. Like I don't need like where I have no things that I have to finish. I have no series that I have yet to complete. I just have what I've created and completed.
yeah,
And I'm going to keep it that way because I don't think it's necessary for me to ruin that sort of perfect solace.
yeah, or like I mean you could improve them, but as of right now, I don't think you're not gonna do that.
I would if I could be bothered to, I would totally remaster Dinosaur Archipelago. But right now, the remastered version is just called the Dinosaur Archipelago Shorts.
I like the Dinosaur Archipelago shorts. You kind of made the series live on in a way with those shorts, and I love how Matthew narrated them.
Yeah, Matthew's awesome. If I ever got motivated, I would totally make another short. But that's for me to decide, and no one else.
Yeah, like you don't owe anybody
Yep,
anything.
like exactly. But then again, I have a good fan base that's very caring and understanding. I've never had a fan that has demanded me make a show that I don't want to. I've never had someone come up to me and say, you owe me this series. I demand that you make Dinosaur Archipelago season 3 or another shore or bring Venomorph back." I've had people kindly request that, and I'm very glad that I have a fan base that's like that and not
Yeah,
one that's rude and takes me for granted, which
right,
is awesome.
because you don't have to get into the fan base of like, oh, you have to make this and that and like,
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have stands,
yeah,
that get angry at everything I do.
yeah, like Dream stands or K-pop stands or
I have normal, mature people watching my series that will understand and respect my decisions.
I mean you're a small content creator, but when you
Yeah, that is the best part of being a small content creator. The people who watch you don't really demand much from you. You make what you want, and people will like you.
yeah, just like make good high quality content.
Exactly. Like I've never like I'll not I don't think the day that someone walks up to me and tells me, "Dude, you have to do this," that'll be an unfortunate day. But for now, I've never had someone say, "You have to make this," and I've never had to tell somebody, "I don't owe you shit. I'm just a YouTuber, not your
Yeah,
slave."
yeah,
Which is great. I'm glad, and it kind of makes me grateful for the fan base that I have because I had to worry about such a thing. I
yeah,
just have normal people who like my videos.
yeah, that's a good thing, as I've been experimenting with content even though I don't really upload much when I'm planning to upload more, and I've been enjoying uploading, but I don't want to make rollers right now because I don't have motivation right now.
And eventually you'll make it. I'll still jokingly tell you to keep it going, but at the end of the day, I don't think you owe me the series, obviously.
Yeah, I know you're joking, like, I'll finish rollers because I have all the footage and I just don't want to, I don't really want to get the lines, and it just takes a lot of
Yeah,
work on me. That
we'll get that. I guess we'll take that road when it comes around.
Yeah,
Um,
I hope to make like more shorts, like experiment with content. Like obviously I'll make the occasional review and the occasional collection update, or like the occasional unboxing, or or this podcast. I feel like
yeah,
I feel like if I make more of the podcast, I feel like I could upload more often.
yeah, but it's all up to you at the end. I think that's just it. But like, yeah, if you work at it, yeah, you can make the podcast work. Most people I know that make podcasts, it doesn't work out for them. People don't watch them, and people don't find them interesting or whatever. But hey, it's definitely not out of the range of possibility.
I mean,
Um,
if I keep getting guests, I may expand to other communities, like maybe the Godzilla community.
yeah, but for now, you got dinosaurs.
I
What's the
mean,
next question?
okay, next question. What's your favorite food?
I'm a finicky eater, but at my core, it's Dad's homemade pasta. Just it's the frickin' best.
I have to say my mom's homemade pasta, or spaghetti, I mean, is the
Mamma
best.
mia, what is it with us?
I guess we like Italian food then. Like like 90% of Americans.
Yeah, except we don't really eat that.
Much.
Um, yeah, we're definitely not. To a certain extent, we are a bit like stereotypical Americans, but we have our own unique flair.
Yeah, or like for example, I used to be like the quiet kid in the corner of a call.
Yeah. So what's next? That was
Next,
pretty easy.
yeah, next question. What do you think about the Paleoverse?
It's an alright series. I haven't really got around to finishing it. I've gotten to about season 2, episode 5. It's okay. Um, yeah, I'm just glad that we have a series that is complete. Like I've definitely seen better. I'm not really a huge fan of how much it takes itself seriously to a certain extent. Like, I mean, I'm okay with a serious show, but I don't know. It's not always the most entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Like,
more entertaining series like Dinosaur Island,
yeah,
maybe Mesozoic
and
Isle to a certain extent. I love
like
the
I'm not
Mesozoic.
attached. I'm not really super attached to many of the characters because they all sound the same. There's yeah, there's definitely some there are some problems when it comes to enjoying it, but at the very least, I have to give Discovery huge credit points for completing what his vision, which is
AM,
something that I
AM.
wish we had more of because I wish I could enjoy I wish that this wasn't the only show we got. You know, I
Yeah,
wish I could fully enjoy stuff shit like Billy the Dimension Hopper
or
or
Rollers to the
Dinosaur
bed,
Island.
or
But
Rollers
I
to the
can't
bedroom.
because yeah, that too. But I can't because just like all the great shows, it ends on a cliffhanger. That's actually
Right.
one thing I've noticed. Dinosaur Island and Billy the Dimension Hopper, some of the biggest and most iconic shows of the Dinosaur community, ended on cliffhangers. Dinosaur Island ends with Junior impaling his own leg. That's how it
Yeah.
ends. and
And
Billy the Dimension Hopper ends with Billy getting poisoned and his fate left unknown. We never really know if he survived.
I mean, Bion will maybe been be working on Dinosaur Island episode 9, but we
Yeah,
don't.
but he works like a frickin' turtle, just like frickin' Kiki. We'll never find out what happens after that.
I mean, you can't
I
blame
seriously
them.
doubt it.
You
They're in
can't.
college, okay? They got more important things to do than to fulfill our dinosaur fantasies.
That are not sexual, hopefully.
Yeah, like they don't like again, like we'll always bring this up. They don't owe us to we're not owed them finishing season 5 or finishing Billy the Dimension Hopper. But I will definitely be a little disappointed that the show ended on a cliffhanger. But you know what? They got their own lives to live.
I mean, everybody has their own lives to live, like me, you, Discovery, Indominus Rex Zero One, just for a
Yeah.
few examples. But I, let's talk about the 2021 figures.
Okay, that's the next question.
Yeah. What do you think about Papo 2021?
Are you fucking? It's a joke.
Yeah, I'm just joking. What do you think about Collecta 2021? I mean,
Not as good as not as good as the previous year, but still great.
it's better than Safari's lineup. If you,
Safari did okay this year, but definitely they have been on the down. They've definitely been on the downhill since 2019. They've gotten progressively worse.
maybe because of the figures that they're releasing, but
But
still
I
high,
think
still high.
considering the low quality, not quantity, I mean. The quality is actually not so bad. But the low quantity of figures that they have from 2021 means that on the bright side, 2022 doesn't have to try too hard to be better.
I mean, we're in a pandemic, so what do you expect?
Not much.
Eh, hopefully we'll get more figures. Hopefully more. I feel like why 2020 was disappointing. We didn't really get any large figures other than the
COVID just kind of threw
Edmontosaurus.
a wrench in things, and I'm excited. And I think that the low, disappointing expectations of 2021 will humble us, and thus, when 2022 comes around, we will all be in euphoria over all the great new figures. And besides,
Yeah,
PNSO is pumping it out like a champ. PNSO were the underdogs of 2020.
yeah, they really were because
Like, I genuinely want to get the Chionzosaurus, not because it's rare like all the other figures I've been trying to get recently, but just because it looks amazing and I actually just want it.
yeah, like you love Challenge with the Safari one. Hey, maybe you should pick up. This would be a great opportunity to pick up the PNSO and Safari at the same time.
Safari Chionzosaurus is alright. I definitely was way too harsh on it in my original video, but
Definitely.
yeah, that was just a stupid impulsive reaction. But
Like, oh,
I'm not really I don't think I like it enough that I would like to buy it. You
right.
know, the colors are okay. The teeth really aren't that awesome. I think that the PNSO one is just better in every way, so I'd rather spend a little more on PNSO than have to spend anything on the Safari one.
Safari will be like, oh. I mean, you could become a Safari Logisis or something.
No, I am not going to be a Safari. I am never going to be sponsored by dinosaur companies. I'm too crass for anyone to be for me to be considered marketable.
I mean, if you turn down your swearing a bit or some.
I don't think I even want to be sponsored because I don't want to have to, I kind of want to have my own free will. Because what a lot of people complain about when it comes to YouTubers is they'll be like, "Oh man, I wish he just did videos because he loved them. I wish that he didn't have to do sponsor breaks."
I mean, if you just do them at the start of the video and just get, I mean, that brings down your audience
I mean, with the
retention.
exception of ProZD, channels like Jack's Films and um I don't know. There's no other specific examples, but a lot of people just skip the ad breaks, and I'll be and they just feel shallow. Like everyone's like, I wish they just made their old videos like they used to when they used to be funny and not sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. So that's kind of the other thing. I feel like when I get sponsored, if I ever got sponsored, people would just tell me, some stupid sketch show guy, you're a sellout. I remember when you used to make great videos, like my opinion on every figure or whatever. Now your videos are just subpar sponsored videos.
I mean, to be honest, Andy does sponsor videos with
Yeah,
Safari.
but he does critique stuff.
True, same with Spider Dude, Binongle, and Kiki. And
Yeah, they do their job, but I would not like to be like them. I'd rather have my own sort of brand because being a sponsored figure reviewer is not what I want to be. I just want to I'll review figures from time to time, as you know, but I don't think
yeah,
I don't want to be a sponsored figure reviewer because my channel is more than that, and this isn't an insult to Kiki or Bionicle, but their channel is not much more than a figure review channel.
yeah, as of right now.
And I want to be more than that. But I want to be more than that. I want to still maintain my own niche, and my own niche is making whatever kind of dinosaur related series I want.
I mean, you could step into the video game Let's Play.
I am not going to play video games.
Knowing
If
you.
that was one of your questions, no, I do not
No,
plan on
no,
playing
that
video
wasn't
games.
one of my questions, but I mean, it could happen knowing you. You change your mind all the time.
I mean, yeah, but at least it isn't. But at least I don't change my mind about very extreme decisions. At least my choices are about like, hey, what type of are you going to continue this one series? Maybe. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, now I don't feel like making it. At least it isn't something drastic like my entire channel.
I think you're poking fun at some people.
Yes,
Can
I am. At least
can
I'm glad that Brady changed for the better and actually decided that, you know what, I can make whatever content I want and I'll change between dinosaurs and Thomas the Tank Engine as I please.
right.
And I'm incredibly disappointed that Ryan in his transition video, he said he was taking my advice and keeping his old videos up, but he wasn't. He really wasn't. If he took my advice, he would have left Ceratopsian Trails and all his other dinosaur videos up. He didn't. He deleted them.
Or he unlisted them.
No, they're deleted, I think. Either way, I just think that he shouldn't say that he listened to me when he didn't. What I wanted him to do was just say that he was going to reboot his channel, but keep his other stuff up. He didn't.
True.
And that's why I don't think I'll ever give him another chance. He said he was different. He really fucking isn't. He's the same Ryan I remember.
Well, to a certain extent.
Yeah, of course people change a little bit, but he kind of hyped himself up as changing more than he really did.
And that was
And he was
his
always and
downfall.
he was giving me like VIP viewership to his Ceratopsian Trail series, taking it seriously, and then he just threw it in the trash.
Yeah, he's really bad at decision making.
Yeah, I mean, he does say he has bipolar disorder, but I don't think that's an excuse. Like, I get it that it does severely hinder your ability to make certain choices. Extreme mood swings or whatever. But
Yeah, I mean,
still think that I still think that maybe I don't know, maybe then he should just, think before he speaks, tell people what he wants to do, then rest on it. I think
yeah,
that
that could have
I
been
don't think
better for him
yeah,
instead of.
because one thing I don't want him to do is just blame his bipolar disorder as the reason why he's on every single bad decision he'll ever make. He doesn't do that. I'll give him credit. He does not do that. He just says that explains why he does it. Explains it but doesn't excuse it. I just think that
Right,
he just I
right,
think he just
because.
needs time to I just need he just needs time to figure himself out before he tries anything because he's going to be on an endless cycle of rebooting and he will never get anywhere.
I mean, you could be wrong.
Could be wrong, but he's tried to prove me wrong twice now, and he's failed horribly. I don't
Yeah,
think that I don't think that he will be able to prove me wrong anytime soon because he's tried. He almost impressed me, but then he just dropped the ball.
right.
So what's the next question after this? Rant's over.
This ran about Ryan Brady. Um,
No, Brady, I've gotten over his moodiness because he kind of doesn't do that anymore. But it's more of a Ryan thing now. But anyways, what's next?
next question. What do you think? What's your interest in figure collecting?
My interest is rare figures. I like the rarity of figures.
I mean, to be honest, you almost got to like Albertosaurus.
That was a joke, but a good one.
I mean, as we don't know you. You switch to company. As of right now,
Yeah, yeah, I pick off company after company, just getting what I need.
yeah, you're like, it's like a checklist for you.
It kind of is. That's one way to put it.
I mean, at least you use the figures for something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm a figure. I mean, it's not like I just let them rest everywhere. I mean, I do that to a certain extent, but I also,
Take
make
pictures,
photos.
take photos, use them
And
for
while
shorts.
being yeah, and while being a dinosaur diorama guy isn't the most significant, you can tell that I at least use them for shit. Like you see them in my skit videos,
Yeah,
you see
like,
them in my figure reviews. Yeah. But at the core, I like collecting.
I mean, I like collecting too, but I haven't gotten a figure recently in a
Neither
while.
have I. I've slowed down significantly because I don't find it necessary for me to get anything else.
I mean,
Or I'll only get stuff that I really really want. But I've reached that stage in collecting where I don't need much else,
like, for
if anything.
example, like, you want a bat-tatted Plotticus really badly, and I know
Maybe
you
not
do.
really badly. Maybe not really badly. That's a distant dream.
Distant stream than a bat-tatted Plotticus pops out for $120 and you're like, what the fuck?
Maybe. I mean, I have a $50 eBay gift card just lying around, and actually maybe after this podcast, I'll see what I can buy.
Yeah, maybe you could buy it. I mean, maybe some figure would interest you, like maybe like I don't know, like maybe some Vitae figures.
Maybe we'll discuss this more in detail after the podcast.
Right.
Um, that's my consensus on figures. I used to collect them a lot, but now I tend to go with quality over quantity.
I mean, the figures you were collecting before was quality.
They were quality, but like I'm going for the elite.
Then you have to, oh, Kyoto. You're gonna have a fun time with Kyoto.
Um, what's next?
Okay, next question. Uh, do you think that we're at a state in Downton where it could recover even more?
I think it could, yeah. I think that DinoTube always has the ability to change into new forms, good and bad. It's just a matter of how it goes. The Paleoverse could attract new people. Small group chats like RCTAFs will and Prehistoric Council of Elders will live on as veteran DinoTube hotspots.
I mean, we have fun in the Prehistoric Council of Elders.
Yeah. Like those small group chats will be for like the OGs, but the Paleoverse is like the next generation. And while I do enjoy talking more to the OG Dino tubers, like in the Prehistoric Council of Elders or RCTAFs. I have more fun with them. Paleoverse is still a good thing.
Yeah,
Even if even if it does make me oddly sad. It does make me oddly sad because of all the new faces and me missing the old ones.
like VRB and I keep forgetting people, but they're I they're not on the top of my mind because of VRB. Oh, like Tizier. I
Ferocious Fragilis.
I kind of miss like you know Milk Dud or whatever his name is.
Ankylosaurus films. I do not miss him.
He was like, "Oh, I joined the I kind of missed the old drama. It was kind of fun, but to a certain extent, it was really stupid."
Raptor Riot,
Oh, Raptor Ride, that brings me back. Blood Crest,
Mesozoic Master,
Frogosaurus.
Ride On Dude.
Damn, those bring back memories, don't they?
Yes, they do. They do. The new people, like, there are definitely plenty of new people that I enjoy talking to a lot, like Spinozilla and Toast, Noah.
And Brady and Discovery.
And those to a slightly lesser extent, but like the people in my server.
I mean, like, your server is kind of in a disarray.
Not really. It knows what it wants to be, and that's a weird cesspool of memes and dinosaurs.
And weebs.
Yep. I'm
Some
fine with it. As long as people talk in there, that's all I care about.
true that follow the rules,
Yeah.
and you
Which there aren't many of.
and you kind of and you want to give me moderator so I can finish rollers, or when I finish rollers, you'll give me
Yep,
moderator.
that's the deal. When you finish rulers, I will give you moderator.
I feel like you should move the moderator role up a bit since some of the roles. To be honest, I think you should move up moderator a bit
Oh yeah, sure, I'll do that.
since mods can't like kick someone with a higher role. Like for example, like the Dino Weeb role is higher than moderator. Another like another thing, I feel like let's talk about Discord servers, like past Discord servers.
Um, there aren't really many to talk about. Let's just blaze through them. Dino Nation was okay. Definitely far from perfect.
Dino,
I think a lot of the critiques of it were justified. Although,
yeah,
although it's kind of like Paleoverse today. Like it got hate when it was when it was initially made, but the more it's gone, the more people kind of miss it.
I mean it was
Um,
fun. It was fun, but it had problems like you couldn't swear.
yeah, it was okay. Yeah, it was just meh. DinoTube, that was a mildly toxic server, but it worked. Like it was fun. I just wish that Spinal Lord didn't quit on it so quickly.
Right. Say the old
Because
sketchy server.
if it lasted a few months longer, it probably would have prospered in the new conditions.
Right. Another
I think Spinal Lord, like I get that he has good intentions to try and bring back the community, but simple matter of it is that he just can't.
yeah, his chance filled with the DineTube server. It's a sinking ship. If you
Yeah, he just should. I think the only way he could have done it is if he just didn't delete the server so quickly.
right. Oh, the old dinosaur central server. Fun fact, I was the first person to join that server.
The Extinct Union, that was just a dead server, nothing special. Um, how about the old sketchy server? That was fun. I wish I didn't delete it, but I'm glad I at least brought it back.
Yeah, at least I mean, one day Domination could come back, but I doubt that.
I seriously doubt it. They are done, and that's okay.
That's okay. I mean, people will move on to newer things, like new.
Yeah, like the creature server. The creature server is effectively the new Dino Nation, and I think that even if Dino Nation was back, it would probably have just as much success as creature server.
Right.
So we don't really have much to miss, you know? They had their time and they're done. And they
And
don't
we
want to bring
had,
it back, and we're not going to force them to bring them back
yeah,
like we did before because that's just wrong. And that was wrong
yeah,
with me and Nova and everyone
everybody.
else.
I mean, I feel like, I feel like they should have banned crows.
I mean, I kind of understand why. I mean, Crow just was he was just going to keep pushing them and
Yeah,
that's his thing. He likes to push people. And that's his style.
I mean,
That's why he um,
I mean, he probably has a weakness somewhere.
No, he doesn't. He has nothing to lose. That's his thing. He is able to hide behind layers of irony to the point where almost no one, to the point where he can come off as infallible. But
Or just really
then again,
depressing.
yeah, but he doesn't really care about us anymore. He is doing his own thing, and good for him. He's making his own videos and wants nothing to do with the DownTube community or us. The only
Right.
time he ever comes back is just to call me a horse fucker every 3 months, and you know what? That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, we call Brady a train fucker.
You know how it is. Things, that's how it goes. With
I'm,
Kleeble and those
I
guys.
mean, at the end of the day, we're just joking around.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we're all just silly kids who like dinosaurs.
And adults.
To a certain extent, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's
That's
fun.
all. I think that's
It's fun. Like, I, new faces always pop up.
yeah. But sometimes I just wish the old one, stayed longer.
Yeah, like Dino Man.
I wish Man just didn't delete all his videos.
I mean, private all his videos.
Same thing. Maybe not same thing, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I can tell what you mean.
They're effectively the same thing because they're gone for good until he
Yeah,
brings them back.
true. I mean, he could bring it back easily, but he's probably
I
afraid of
don't think he
Kappa.
will because of Kappa scares. Also, just because of the fact that he just knows that no one. I think he just thinks that not enough people, that either he just doesn't feel like it because of Kappa, or he just believes that it's not really worth it.
Uh, I mean, he can have his own opinions, but we're not gonna force him to do it. He can do.
Obviously, not. Obviously not. It would just be it's a miss. Like I'm not gonna force. Like obviously, no one deserves to be forced to bring shit back. But I'm gonna miss Yakan Island
It was a fun
as
series,
much
and
as I do. As much as I do make fun of him for being so irrelevant.
I mean,
Like
forgettable.
that is a common that is like a common joke that he's just forgettable and gone or whatever. As much as as many people, including myself, make fun of him for it, he had good videos.
Yeah, and I'm glad that he moved on to whatever he wants.
Birds and ferns. Actually, and very cringy dabbing
Oh, and visiting Bihongalsaurus in person and scaring
multiple times.
and trying to jump scare us.
Yeah, I mean he's doing his own funny thing or whatever, and that's good for him.
Good, good
Um,
for him.
I was trying. Actually, you know what? Yakan Island is another example of a show that ended on a cliffhanger. The last episode ends with the villain that was supposed to be dead, Kristen, coming back, and then boom, it's over.
Let's talk about dinosaur sequel series or prequels. Uh,
There's no prequels except for Dinoverse.
di
Dinoverse is the only real prequel.
yeah.
If I
Let's
ever wanted to give it a down to achievement, I would give it best down to prequel.
right about sequel. What's the best dinosaur tube sequel?
Um, hmm.
I mean, DIR isn't really something to write home about.
Trying to I it's on the tip of my tongue. I'm trying to think of what counts as a sequel show.
Hmm.
I don't know. DIR and PIR were the biggest sequel shows out there, and there was no other ones like it.
Right. Maybe. I mean, probably the best thing is DIR. DIR gets an achievement for once in its life.
Nah, I don't think I don't think until I find a good like slam dunk sequel show, I'm not gonna make that video.
Right. And
I think that's giving people some ideas. So make a sequel show, and maybe you'll be on the next episode of Dial Tube Achievements.
yeah, maybe me, or who knows? Mm,
That's my incentive. Make a sequel show, or just make a series at all.
right.
We need more young creative minds, like Dino Dude or Discovery or Brady.
Or Camptodon to a certain extent.
Yeah, but maybe not be as much of an asshole as Camptodon.
Camptodon's just Camptodon.
Yeah, Mister. I have autism. Nope,
Uh,
you're just an asshole.
Okay. Next question. Uh, do you think I could do m more of this podcast?
Sure. If you get enough people, yeah, you could definitely make this a thing.
I mean, this is kind of my thing now, making podcast. So I'm
Yeah.
bound to this now.
Not necessarily bound to it. You get to do whatever the hell you want. But if this is what you want to do, do it.
Yeah, I might record the prehistoric channel one next for next week.
Do whatever the hell you want. I'm all for it.
Maybe we should tell this do whatever you want, bitch.
Yeah, I guess that's our slogan. Do whatever stuff you want, even if it means retiring from DinoTube and becoming a SoundCloud rapper like Degaunt Dash.
Or become a paleontologist like Call.
I kind of want to make a video called Degaunt Dash, DinoTuber to SoundCloud rapper.
That would be I kind of missed the on Dash.
Yeah, me too. He's funny. Like I talk to him sometimes and he's just the most relaxed and chill guy out there. If you ever just want to have contagious laughter, just VC with the guy. He laughs all the fucking time. He never stops laughing and you have to just join the ride.
I mean, Rocka does the same thing.
Maybe not to the same extent as Dagaunt, but I get what you mean.
I
Rack is
mean,
also a great guy. I love that dude. No
yeah,
homo.
yeah. Then we have Rodan like, I am Rocka's girlfriend.
Yeah, he said he was gay, and I think he wants to date Raka. He's like a stan. He is not a type of fan we want. He's a
Yeah.
simp. He's a simp stan. A stimp.
And I can't believe Twitch bans the term simp.
Yeah, whatever. Twitch is a bitch.
I mean, Twitch. I mean, Twitch is fun. I mean,
I don't think I'll ever do Twitch. I just like live streaming on YouTube.
YouTube gaming is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's next? How
Um.
many more? Actually, how many more questions do we got?
We have about five
All
to
right,
10,
perfect. Let's do
and,
this.
and we're about to hit the 50-minute mark.
Oh damn, we made ourselves a meaty podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe you should do a timestamp thing for every question.
Maybe.
Like yeah, like just like surf through the footage and like do timestamps for so that everyone can go to the questions.
Right.
That'll
Now.
make things way more digestible for those kids who only want to know if I'm gay or only want to know if I'm going to make a series. The simple answer
Yeah.
is no, I'm not gay. Sorry.
I might do that later. I'll just upload it and maybe do it later.
Since I have power over your channel, I can just watch the video myself and do the timestamps.
Just okay, you sex slave, do that with the Paraflix one too.
Oh, thank you. Um, let's just get to the questions then, since we're already pushing on time.
Yeah, next question. How how do you think mm, how do you think your channel's doing?
It's never been better.
Are there things that you could improve on with
Um,
with your channel?
I can't think. There is a lot of things that I could definitely do better, but for right now, I can't really think of any that are just vague, like better editing, less formulaic videos. I don't really like. I know what I need to improve on, but I just don't know how to.
I mean, maybe you could change your upload schedule.
I don't know. I kind of like my once a week thing, unless people want me to upload less or more.
I mean, maybe in the future people want you to upload like 2 times a week.
Well, to an extent, I'm already kind of doing that.
True, to a certain extent with one video per week.
I mean, I
Um,
do sometimes do 2 times a week, but you can't count on it with me.
yeah, what's your next planned video?
Don't know, but I think right now I'm in the mood to make a Dagant Dash video about his transformation into a rapper.
Oh, that would be a, a good skit. Like, hey guys, it's the dog Dash here. Yo.
Sketchy. It would be a funny sketchy analytic.
Yeah, or like you can make that into a skit or dig on Dash in a nutshell.
Nah, I don't think I'll do an in a nutshell video. Maybe I'll make a sketchy analytic on Dagant Dash if I ever get around to it. I like I remember this. I remember one of my fans of that show of Sketchy Analytics was Josh the Tyrannosaur. I don't think he'll be a huge fan of the Gaunt episode, but at least I make another Sketchy Analytic, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you could make probably update the rise and fall of of the Dynatube community.
Put it bluntly, I can't be bothered to.
Yeah,
That took way too much energy to finish once. I'm not gonna do it again.
I mean, I I feel like we're enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, I think that's just how it's gonna go. I'm gonna enjoy making whatever the hell I want, and if it does mean spicing my videos up with a random analytical something, then that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah, like people
Next.
and Brady said this about you, like, oh, I find sketchy interesting, so he might like, good video, good video, good video.
That's how it goes. So what's the next question?
Next question. Hmm. Do you enjoy, do you enjoy like making videos about figures?
No shit. That's if I didn't enjoy making videos with figures, then I wouldn't do them.
Yeah. Let's talk about your other channel, Sketchy the Horse Guy.
Oh, you curious about that? Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, sure. Yeah, ask me a few questions about that.
What's the origins of that channel?
Um, it started out as just a place where I uploaded a home video of me riding, and I was contemplating making a horse channel for a while, but I didn't know what to make of it. So it was a couple months of me just making garbage. I don't know. I experimented with some videos that are currently now gone from the internet, but at the end of it, I just kind of realized, yeah, this is definitely going to take a while
Yeah.
for me to figure out. I
Right.
tried a few things, but eventually I kind of found my calling when I decided one random day to cover racing, the racing industry, and I've never walked away from that.
Yeah, I know you're really passionate about that. Another question about your other channel, Sketchy, some
Sketch
so,
Crab.
yeah, Sketch Crab. How did that channel start out as?
Gigazebrasaurus. It was actually going to be a spin-off channel entirely dedicated to a character named Gigazebrasaurus, and he would do silly things every Saturday. It'd be like the Annoying Orange, a spin-off character who gets his own YouTube channel while the main guy still makes his videos.
Yeah.
And I always start things off with "What's up, it's your boy Gigazebrasaurus," and it sucked. It was a terrible idea. I hated it. And eventually I turned it into whatever I wanted it to be, which is now shitposting.
Yeah, you basically turned that channel into a shitpost channel.
Yeah, it's where I write video. It's where I make my videos that I just don't think are good enough for my main account.
I feel like the Dinosaur King video could have been on your some stupid Sketcho Crab channel.
It could, but it was funny enough that I decided to upload it on my main account, and look where it got me 500 views.
Yep.
It's fate.
Yeah, especially your tribute videos.
hmm Those actually didn't do so bad on my Sketchcrab account, but eventually they did better on my main account.
And
Maybe someday I'll make another tribute, but I don't think I will.
watch the next tribute beyond Speckles the Tarbosaurus. Mm.
If I had to make another tribute, it wouldn't be about Speckles the Tarbosaurus. It would just be another dinosaur tribute.
Imagine if you made a Tuber tribute on like Matthew the Dinosaur King and just played this edgy song. On the
If
back.
I did, honestly, if I ever wanted to just go out as the, if I ever wanted to go out with a funny ass video, make, I would totally make a funny, edgy edit of Matthew the Dinosaur King. He probably wouldn't like it because he doesn't really like memes, which is something I will respectfully disagree with. Um, but if he was all for it, I would totally make an edgy tribute to Matthew the fucking Dinosaur King.
Maybe you should make fun about another content creator. Can
Maybe I'll do a Kakakaro 34 edgy tribute because I bet he'd both ironically and unironically enjoy it.
yeah, like listening to Skillet on the background, like or like zombies or some shit like that. It was like just like that or some shit like that.
Yeah, like that.
I mean, another question. Uh, what should I do with my channel, or what do you think I can improve on with my channel?
I think just consistency. You're just trying. You're experimenting with what you want as a niche on your YouTube channel, and I think that's all you really need to do right now. Just find it. Just find your calling, whether it's podcasts, rulers, fig series reviews.
Yeah, or anything else I want to do.
Yeah,
Also,
once you find your calling on YouTube on when it comes to specific dinosaur content, then we can start talking about how to polish that off.
yeah, like how could I do the podcast better?
Yeah, shit like that.
Right, and questions will vary between podcast to podcast.
Exactly. Keep certain questions for every podcast, but make ones that are specific to the user.
Like, for example, I'm gonna Binoculosaurus, like, oh, how's your progress with Dinosaur Island?
I don't think he'd want to. I think he would probably give you a quick blunt. Yeah, I don't. It's in limbo.
Yeah,
Although I'm not Bionicle Saurus, so don't take my word on that.
yeah,
Next question.
you're not like Bionicle or like anybody else I can't think of right now.
Nope, I'm Nathan.
You're
So
Nathan
next question.
Klein. At least you're not Ethan Klein, am I right, guys?
Eh, I think yeah, I would hate to be H3 and fall to such a terrible extent.
I mean, you don't really know. I mean, it would be nice to have all that money.
Yeah, but I'd be a shit creator.
Right,
And I know that some dumbass is gonna be like, but your content's already shit. Yeah, but at least people respect me.
I mean, people can have their opinions.
Of course, yeah. Like I know there's a ton of people who are gonna be like, "Oh, your videos are so terrible," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I'm fine with that." But at least I am like respected as a personality. Like at least I haven't,
Like I,
like H3 has tons of has tons of drama that have just negatively affected his reputation.
same
That'd
with,
be more of it. I would hate to have a shit reputation and be rich.
I mean, to be honest, Keemstar's reputation is basically like the cockroach of YouTube.
Yeah, like everyone, no, not many people will say they don't like Keemstar, but it doesn't affect his rep because he's already been through so much that he's practically invincible.
Same with Leafy. Sure, like he's been in so much shit that he's basically like, oh, I'm invincible, or I can make
Well, yeah,
whatever.
Leafy and Keemstar have both been hated to the ground, but they've come back stronger and more hated and also more loved.
Then we have Scares, which I feel like I find Keemstar more entertaining, but I find Scares more informative.
Hey, what is up, guys? It's Scares here.
Then he just comes out of the fucking ground.
Our next story today has to reveal a Pokimane. Now, Pokimane has gotten into some drama.
Why Pokimane of all people?
First name that could come to my mind. Next.
Just next question. What games have you been enjoying recently?
Primal Carnage Extinction. I played that today. Kicked ass. End of story. Primal Carnage is awesome.
I feel like you enjoy shooters.
Well, that's the only shooter I really play. I also like playing Fall Guys, and
Among
I've
Us.
been a Nintendo fan, but I haven't really played much Nintendo recently.
The Nintendo, because no new Nintendo games that have been coming out interest you.
No, it's because the ones I already have just haven't interested me at the moment.
Yeah, like we're getting like a new Pokemon remake, Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, no. I'm not a hardcore Pokemoner.
I mean, I see some. I mean, you're a Pokemon fan. I can see that.
Yeah, but not a rabid one. My brother's more of a fan of Pokemon than I am.
Yeah, I can see that you're a Nintendo family.
Yep. Next.
Ah, oh, we're at the 1 hour mark. Shall we keep
Yep.
going? Because
Well, depends on how many questions you have left.
I have a lot. I I have a lot of questions, and we may have more questions if I think of any.
Okay, well, try as best as you can to ask them, and I'll try my best to answer them.
Yeah. Next question. Have you tried exploring other communities to join, other than the horse racing community and the dinosaur community or the paleontology community?
Godzilla, I've kind of dabbled a little bit in. I have gained a few more fans from that section, the Godzilla community, and they're okay.
Yeah, but it's more of like it's full of drama.
Yeah, like I was dragged into a group chat filled with 13-year-olds nagging about another 13-year-old, and I was like, shut the fuck up. Okay, maybe I wasn't that rude, but I just could not be bothered. It was way too late at night for that.
Yeah,
And they had terrible grammar. Like, he make fun of dead dad. He talk about my dad. He talk about dad.
basically Indoraptor level of grammar,
Not Indoraptor level, slightly better, but still not great.
and somehow Indo has improved his grammar.
Well, that's what happens. He's a learning man.
Yeah, I kind of
But
respect
that,
Indo now.
yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, he definitely hasn't gotten himself into any trouble recently, and that's good.
Yeah, he has learned from his past mistakes, or his mother will be parenting him better or something.
Yep. So that's my simple answer on communities. Godzilla and me, and that's not really anything. And that's it. Next.
Next question, what's your favorite movies?
Of all time,
Yeah,
Fantastic Mr. Fox, Ratatouille, Over the Hedge, Seabiscuit. Those are the few I can rattle off at the start. Happy Feet, that too.
then there's Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Jurassic Park's also awesome.
What's your favorite Jurassic Park sequel? He's thinking.
I was just being asked about Tropic Thunder. Um, so
That's
Jurassic Park sequel, Jurassic World. End of story.
Mine has to be The Lost World or Jurassic World myself. I think Fallen Kingdom could have been better, and Jurassic Park 3 is just a mess.
Yeah, I'm okay with people thinking it's the best movie in the series, but they're definitely a minority for good reason.
For good reason or for bad, like, no, sorry to Spinosaurus the King, but sometimes he can be extreme.
Sometimes, have you seen the guy? He's nutso. He's a radical Spino fanboy, as much as he hates to admit it. He still has that fanboyishness in him. He just doesn't like to say it.
I mean, to an extent, we all do. We all,
Yeah, but it's not like everyone that disagrees with me I automatically call a hater or a fanboy.
right, you don't call him like, you're a T-Rex fanboy.
There's a way to be a fanboy and there's a way to not be one.
Yeah,
And I think Spinosaurus the King's way is flawed.
I mean, we're all, I mean, we're all humans. We're all flawed. We
We're
can't
all
be,
humans, but some are more flawed than others.
right. And we're all unique in our special ways. We're not machines.
Yep, as Fuck, you're talking like a hipster. Um,
Yeah, like
let's okay. What's next?
I'm like hipster Rex King or some shit. Or
All right,
maybe
hippie. What's next?
next question. What's your what's your opinion on the Godzilla community?
Very flawed, but can have some great people.
Like Godzilla pretty, even though I haven't met him. I only heard
Godzilla Brady's awesome. Jurassic Bob, he isn't really a member of the Godzilla community, but I actually no, he doesn't count. But he's a great guy. Um, JC Entertainment, he's been fun to talk to. Ripper the Indoraptor, he's been fun to talk to. Gapster's all right. Some of them are very immature and annoying, but I like the Godzilla community. I think
yeah,
it's fun to
I
talk to sometimes. Not my.
I've interacting with. Did you know Ares used to be in the Godzilla community?
I'm not surprised.
I mean, I used to be like I forgot like the Gojira Warriors or something.
The Gojira Warriors, that was so cringe.
Like it had over 90 people in it. Like Louis Duran was in there too.
Ha ha ha. And then there was like Skyber Kingery and all these other stupid Zillas. The
Like
Godzilla OCs are the worst.
yeah, no, there's probably like I mean not to a certain extent with Undertale.
Don't even test me. But that's the consensus of the Godzilla community. What's up next?
Next, do you think that do you think that I could get another co-host?
If you dug hard enough, yeah,
I mean, you
you
could
could.
be another co-host if you really wanted
Yeah,
to.
but if I wanted to, I would. But I kind of want you to start solo. I don't want to immediately. I don't think it's really a good idea to have someone immediately take over your show after you just started it. Start like
Yeah,
the first 10 episodes by yourself and then consider a co host.
I might consider like, I don't know, Indominus Rex 01, you, or maybe someone else.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Uh, maybe Discovery, maybe Brady, who knows?
Yeah, who really knows? But for now, let's start with just you.
I really want to knock out the bigger dinosaurs first because
Of
A,
course, get you've got me. You can get Indominus Rex. You can get Brady. You can get Discovery. You can easily get those guys.
and
Maybe
TP.
down the road you can get Gibson.
Yeah, maybe that could be like the 10th episode special.
Yeah, sounds good.
Maybe I could get Camo in the future.
Yeah, maybe. I asked him to do it to voice over a meme, but he never responded.
Camo would be like, I'll just ignore you. He's,
Nah, it's no big deal. He's probably just busy with college.
yeah, understandable.
Yeah. What's next?
Next question. What do you think about COVID-19?
Um, it's made school easier, but it's made everything else 10 million times worse.
Yeah, and I feel bad for families who have to deal with COVID-19.
Yeah, because I think I've been very lucky to be in the position where I'm in, where I've had none of my close relatives get COVID. I've just and I've been able to have like my family hasn't torn each other's guts out yet. I've been very lucky
And now
to
we have
just
a
have a
COVID vaccine, which is, God, I got lucky without getting COVID-19.
yeah. My grandfather was supposed to get it, but he died before he could get it. He didn't get COVID. He just old age.
I bet you miss your grandpa.
I wasn't as he definitely was the relative like out of all my grandparents, I was the least close with him, but it still isn't but it still isn't fun.
Yeah, I can see that.
Especially because the last time I met him, he was angry and he thought that I was my uncle.
Your uncle's Skechers this year.
No, but like my uncle's like 50 years old. So the last interaction I have with him is him being angry and uncomfortable and out of his element and not even remembering me. It's not fun.
Yeah, dementia isn't fun.
Yep, it's not. And I think if I ever got dementia, I would want someone to kill me.
You probably won't remember that though.
That's yeah, but maybe if someone remembers, but like if I'm clearly unhappy and have I probably wouldn't be as happy as he was. Like he actually was genuinely happy, which
Mm,
was sweet. Like he was genuinely happy in the retirement home,
I mean,
even if it did hurt seeing him not being a shell of himself. He was
so
happy, and that was what mattered.
mm, yeah, maybe he accepted his death. He knew.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what he. I don't even know what he knew. He couldn't even read.
We don't really know when you get dementia. It's kind of weird, like,
It's a weird and fucked up mess, and I hope that it never touches anyone I know.
hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I go out, I want to go out being me and no one else.
Yeah, things. Maybe tomorrow you'll. I feel like you used to be like a more cynical asshole.
I think that's just what happens. Like when I was 15 going on 16, I was at my most bitter, vengeful. I was done having people mess with me. That was when I kind of knew that I could be an asshole and people wouldn't fuck with me. So I used the power for all it was worth. And now, going into 2021, I don't need to do it anymore. I don't need to constantly be fighting other people to prove myself or
Right.
whatever. I can just be a normal human being.
Yeah.
And I even remembered when I was 15 saying that I think that as I get older, I'll get less vengeful and more relaxed. And I was right.
Yeah, like, remember me? I used to sound like a Rodan fan. Now I have this voice, and now we're doing this podcast. I wish I I wish my content have didn't get deleted so we can look back at it.
Yeah, that's the problem. But at least you guys can look back on my old content and see me grow through nearly 5 years of.
YouTube and man, I'm I'm glad for my audience. I hope to grow my audience through this podcast.
Yeah,
Just keep making what you want, and maybe your
that's how it's
audience will
gonna go.
grow.
Yeah, my audience will go with me. But yeah, I think I'll definitely agree that about half a year ago, I think starting with November of 2019 up until about 6 months ago, I think that was when I was at my most cynical.
Yeah, I could tell because during the remember I was a spy in the Believers group chat, and yeah, that drum was stupid. It was really stupid.
Be the first time that we get into this kind of trouble.
Uh,
But yeah, I kind of like this podcast because it's given me the chance to be sentimental about what my time here has been like.
yeah, and maybe we could revisit it in like a year or so.
And just do it all over again.
Maybe things will change. Yeah. Who do you think?
Things will always. Okay, what's the next question?
Who's your closest friends, or
Um,
friends in DinoTube?
Closest friends in DownTube, Memo, Ripoff Ranner, you, Zoofan to a certain extent. He still has a place in my heart, even though I don't really talk to him that much. Raka and Damasrick01. Um, yeah, I think those are my closest of the close. If I didn't say your name, then I just haven't had time to talk to you enough.
Yeah.
Like I could make a case for all the members of the Prehistoric Council of Elders being good close friends of mine. I just don't talk to them enough. You know,
Yeah.
they'll get up there, but I think like if I had to be picky, it would be Raka and Thomas 601.
Yeah.
I've just known them for so long.
I mean, you know me for so long as well, for almost three
Yeah,
years.
yeah, this is gonna be our third year.
Yeah, in April, I think, or October.
No, it's October is when we met each other.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Shit flies.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, my voice changes. I am turning
Don't
50.
act like you're the only one whose voice changed a lot. Look at me.
Yeah, look at you. Used to be like, hey guys, it's some stupid sketch show guy here.
That's giving me too much credit.
Or, hey guys, it's me, some stupid sketch show guy here.
Yeah, A for effort.
A for effort. That was probably the worst impression of you I ever had.
Yeah, you never were good at those. What's next?
True. Next question. Do you think voice acting improves the series?
Yeah, if done correctly. You have to find the right people who can send lines quickly and have good audio quality and also decent delivery. If you get the right people, it'll make it good, and if you get the wrong people, you get yourself into a shit show.
I mean, with rollers, I think found a pretty good cast.
Yeah, I think you have. If I ever made a show, and whenever the fuck that happens, I would definitely include voice actors because they do make things better. I
What
mean,
about
even
me? Mm.
whatever, I don't care about you. Not just kidding, I love you.
No homo.
But yeah, no homo. But like even in like Xenomorph, like towards the end of my series making, I did feature voice actors. Even in my most recent skits, I featured voice actors like Gapester.
Yeah, maybe I could do just some voice work for you.
Yeah, that's only when I need it.
When you need it. We're like your
Actually,
slaves.
yeah. Well, how many more questions do you got? Because you seem to really be knocking them all out.
Well,
What else is
let's.
there to know about some stupid sketch show guy?
Where did you come up with your name?
Um, simple. Monster Island Buddies kind of goes like it was because of Monster Island Buddies. He described the series, which is a toy show, um, a as a sketch show, and I thought that sounded cool. I didn't know what the hell it meant. Now I know sketch show is like a sketch comedy show, or it's short for it. But at the time, I thought it sounded cool, and I didn't believe in myself, so I called myself a stupid one.
And look what we're here now.
Yep, and I'm still stupid, but I'm less stupid.
Okay, stretchy.
It's screechy.
Stretchy. I mean, I have Sex King, so we can. I feel like we could make up more nicknames for you.
Yeah, but not right now. This is not the time for it. Just tell it.
This is not the
Maybe
time.
sometime in the distant future I'll get more, but it only comes naturally.
Yeah, like Skechers. I feel like
Yep,
I feel like that kind of caught on between you and me.
and Brady.
Yeah. Uh,
That's just how it goes.
what do you think about Mattel right now?
Meh.
Eh, I mean, Discovery wanted me to collect it, but I just there's some really good figures or there's some really bad figures. It kind of varies between figure to
Mattel
figure.
is Mattel is just mediocre. I think that's just a good way to say it. They're just mediocre. End
I
of
mean,
story.
I mean through time they're probably gonna get nostalgic and you're like, oh, let me collect more Mattel or some shit.
Yeah. But
It's kind of like Kenner in a way,
I guess. But yeah, like I'm glad I have a couple Mattel figures, but I'm glad I didn't buy too many.
compared to other people. Next question. Do you what do you think about or do you what do you think about your figure trades?
I don't regret too many of them. I think all my figure trades have been great. I do enjoy. I'm glad that I got the ones that I did.
Okay, I'm I'm glad you got that. Eofauna, uh, Didarium or something.
Yeah, that was my best one. The Dinotherium for the Safari Przewalski's horse.
Maybe, maybe you could get more Eofauna in the future since you enjoy the Didarium.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
I feel like if you could get a Eofauna figure, I think you would get the Atlasaurus because, in my opinion, that's the best one.
Yeah, better the Giga.
Maybe or maybe the new Triceratops.
It
Oh,
depends. I might
oh,
just wait. I'm not sure. I doubt I'll buy much. I don't think I'll buy Fauna.
yeah.
All right, let's
And
rattle off the last ones.
we got two more questions, then
All right,
we'll
good.
be done, and then we
All right,
can
good.
talk about what the the group chat and nicknames. uh,
Yeah, maybe. I might have need some time to rest after this mouthful.
it's really a mouthful. Next question. What types of genre of games do you enjoy?
Shooters and racers.
What about platformers? Since
Those
you're,
are also fun.
hmm, yeah. And the last question, what's your favorite dinosaur?
Enchisaurus.
And boom, that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Rex King signing out, or whatever
And
my,
some stupid sketch show guy signing off or whatever. See you guys next time. Bye.
and maybe the next guest will be the TPC. But I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I hope you enjoy listening. Next video would be on Saturday, which would be a Hunger Games video, which I did with Indominus Rex 01.
We can hear about that later. Let's just finish it.
Bye.